Welcome back, everybody. Another update video. So wanted to give you an idea of some of the difficulties that we've been dealing with over the past few weeks. Most of it has to do with the doors, obviously, so let's go take a look at those right now. So what I've been doing is getting the doors, the glass, everything to fit properly, open properly. We got the side mirrors in, as you saw, but now we've got the gap in the doors working. One of the issues is this little corner right here. As you open the door, that gets really close to the fender panel. So right now I have a clearance of about 1 millimeter, which is not great because if the door wobbles a little bit, it might scratch the paint. So at any rate, we've got it roughed out. I'll look for another solution down the road, and we'll see what happens. The other problem that we face too is that the inner door panel comes up and gets close to rubbing on this. So how are we going to do the window to this point here? We have to figure that one out. We did these window guides, so they're made out of 32 thou steel. Basically, I just welded a gap here and got them the right radius. And then on the interior, you can see that maybe if I get a little closer, there's a little plastic piece in here. So that's printed out of ASA to allow the glass to slide in there. So that's worked out pretty well. The other thing that remember from last time, we did move the dash forward 3 inches, and therefore, and the doors. And we actually got to move the gear shift ahead about 4 inches, which is kind of great because, as I told you in the last video, that allows for a more comfortable shifting position. It has had some consequences, such as the parking brake switch is not quite fitting yet, so we're going to have to monkey around with that to get that to work. So the other thing that we've done is we're starting with the speaker boxes, which are going to go right back here. So we're going to have a couple of 5-inch speakers there, and then we're going to put some 4-inchers in the doors, basically in the OEM location. So that's what we've been doing mostly with that. Oh, I'm also repositioning the dash so that I get a nice view of the dash through the wheel. So that's been going on. Now let's take a look at what this, how we started this and how we did this. Okay, so if you look over here on the driver's side, you can see that we've already mudded it in, and what we did was I put some backing in the joint between the two, which was a gap about, I would say about 3/4 of an inch. And then we mixed up some Duraglass, and then also some pigment. This is black pigment. And then we would take some of our carbon fiber there and chop it up into strands and little bits. So we have strands and little bits that we mixed up into the Duraglass, and then filled the gap. And then what we'll do is we'll come by with the air saw, and we'll very carefully cut the exact profile that we want for the door gap, and then we'll sand it down, and it will end up looking like the other one. I've also had to figure out how to remount the fenders and the doors, so I've done a lot of that. There's some little brackets and stuff that I've had to make and refit all of that. We did also our little window guide as well on this side. So that's what we're kind of up to. So hopefully you guys like this update. We're gonna I'm starting to use that kind of filler material with the carbon fiber in it to fill these voids. Now, worry not, we will be, once we sand these down like we have over here, there will be another layer of carbon fiber that we will lay over those panels. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to put the epoxy on, wait till it gets really tacky, and then we'll put another sheet of carbon fiber on there. And then that way we can make it look a lot like these panels here, where they're nice and shiny carbon fiber. And that's kind of where we're going to be for the foreseeable future until we get enough of this done that we can actually start painting it. But the idea here is also to get the car running again so that we can actually drive it around. And so that's why we're working, I'm working kind of in the background on the electronics, getting all of those up and running. So as you saw in one of the earlier videos, we got the dash cooking and was able to use the start button and everything to turn everything on. So we're going to continue along with that. And now we have the door modules for the windows. So we'll be putting those in and getting those functional with the switch panel that we have from the actual Aventador. So I hope this finds you all safe and not having to deal with that stupid virus other than staying home. Hopefully a lot of you are working still. If not, I wish you a speedy furlough so that you can get back to work, because I know that I've been somewhat furloughed myself, and so it's a bit of a hardship on the family. It's a little difficult to make ends meet, but we're doing okay. So anyway, hope you were enjoying these videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.